Okay, getting into the replay. Today we're going to be doing a Diamond 1 and 2v2, but it's a 1v1 replay where he is Plat 2 in ones. So it's Ruby RO. The main thing we're going to be focusing on is, in my opinion, we're just going to be looking at how to actually play ones correctly, because I haven't really made a vid on that yet, and I have a few people asking. Platinum 2 may be a little bit lower, but we can see a lot of mistakes here, and actually learn quite a bit from it. Even though the mechs aren't going to be perfect, obviously, but there's still some like decision-making mistakes. It's a great rank to have a review on, where it's not just mechs and it's not just decision-making problems. So yeah, off the base he can speed flip and plat too, which obviously gives you a massive advantage on kickoffs, and actually right here gets you a goal. So I'm just going to assume, just really shouldn't, but just because you can speed flip, I assume if you can do one mechanic above your rank, you can probably do a few more. It might not be consistent. Looking at like this sensitivity of like your turning, it might be a little bit too high for you, considering it looks like you're overturning quite a bit. So I would definitely just get that in check as soon as possible. Just try to get that sensitivity to a point where you can actually just control it naturally. Like some people have it low as like 1.3, and some people have it as high as like 5. It genuinely just depends on your controller, what you play on frames wise, and just how comfortable you are with your hands. Well played there, honestly. You do take your time here, which is nice, but you're gonna just give him a free challenge. You just didn't challenge. You're up 3 already. I don't know if I can imagine you losing this, but we'll see what happens. Well played from you, because you got on the side to get a cut around him. The only thing I would say is you do need to be playing at an angle and not just directly behind the ball, because when you're playing directly behind the ball, you can't see shit. So you're just not going to be able to react to anything that's happening. This is far better, actually. You're just doing what I said. Now you're playing back behind the ball, but you're able to get around it. You're playing very simple and trying to play smart here. If that's tragic, but nice trying the shot. I can definitely tell your mechanics are far above Plat 2, or at least the guy you're versing at this moment. The guy you're versing does not have the greatest mechs, or at least confidence in general. This could be a goal. No, would you slow it down? Not a great flick either. Honestly, I'm gonna run that back real quick, because that was a massive missed opportunity. If you force him in a 50 back there, which is a amazing 50 by the way, it puts him on your back wall and the ball flying this way, which is 90% of the time going to be goal in higher ranks, because they just rush this up the wall and get an eligible like top right, where this guy could never get back, especially because he has a low boost right now. But you take your time slow. Even here, if you just bang the ball, it's going to be in their net. You just wait, lose the bounce, and then end up misflipping, and he somehow gets back. He's still 0 boost. If you get this boost, you're in a good spot, and he gets it anyways. You're on defense. Yeah, just a massive missed opportunity where you just didn't notice that you had a free net before you played it quicker. Honestly, if you ever see opponents commit in your corner, almost always just rush the ball towards their net as quickly as possible, and that should, like, majority of the time give you a benefit. Sometimes you'll lose control from it and it'll backfire, but most of the time you're going to be able to get a better location. And yeah, you got scored on from it because you actually ended up having to go back in the defense because you didn't get any advantage from your play. And what I mean by that is, in here, I talked about it in my last vids when it comes to challenges. Right here, you go for a mechanic, end up messing it up, and then he just gets a 100% success rate 50, and you actually get overcommitted. So this challenge does not only not benefit you, it actually ends up debuffing you and then giving you a negative effect. Plus he gets that boost. You have to go back for this one, and then now he has all this control to get in the ball, and he gets a great shot over you. But honestly, the biggest mistake there is the fact that when you went for a mechanic on his goal line, you didn't guarantee a success. You actually lowered your options of success from simply just not playing a ball quicker and giving you a free goal, or just playing your ball actually slower, or, you know, just more controlled. If you know you can't do a mechanic, there's no point to go for it. It's a free shot. A little bit unconfident, but you should be able to get there. Unfortunate. Just mechs, honestly, but at least you had the right idea of like trying to go for that shot immediately. Bro, that's okay. Wait, whoa, whoa. Let's reverse this. So the distance between him and you is about half the entire field. That is That's just not ideal, I'm gonna be real. So realistically, what you should be positioning right now is more about here, covering your net, shadowing, and your goal shouldn't be to be in his line of sight, should be able to get behind that ball and force it so that he doesn't know when you're challenging. Every time a opponent is dribbling, you want to, as quickly as possible, get behind the ball, where if you can't see them, they can't see you, that type of deal, unless they have satellite settings. But that's the goal, is to get in front of this ball here so that he can't see you, so he's just staring at ball, and then now you can challenge whenever you want. You have two options from there. You insta challenge, because then they just don't know if you're challenging at all, unless they're like got audio or something. But even then, they won't be able to like recognize it and then 50 or like flick over you. And then the other option is you just go behind the ball and then you boost really far forward. So they assume you challenge here, but you're playing here, and then you are able to just get a free ball and then go there. It's like having like a second man force for you, essentially, but in ones. But you definitely should not be playing this. This position is almost solely for like 3v3. As to last man, honestly, I don't know what you're doing here. It's just a terrible spot. Like, you can defend the ball here if it's bad, but in a higher rank, it's just never, ever going to be that bad of a shot, and you're just going to get flicked on. Wait, great control? Nice job. I do love the try and the opportunity there, because you did see that he committed for your corner boost, and then you get for it. That's a free shot. Yeah, he got bumped. Unfortunate. Still might be doing a bounce dribble. Oh, yours? Eh, not a great touch. Just mechs, though. Whoa, where are we going? The boost was fine. You just take this. I don't see the problem. Yeah, you just take this. He's going up this wall. You take this boost and then shadow. That's perfectly fine. Just keeps you in the play. When you do this, you give him so much time to just actually get a setup. Like, realistically, again, you're in Plat 2. He's not going to just start air dribbling. But in a higher rank, where if the guy could be behind the ball here air dribbling, and you are doing this, and it's gonna go over your head and your net. So you want to be capitalizing on those boost grabs. I feel like you leave quite a bit for boost. That was bad. And now look, now he has 100 because you didn't take the boost, and he's actually able to get back from it as well. Like, take this boost right now. There's no bad thing to take this boost at all. You're like under aggressive for boost grabs in ones. Boost is almost like your entire life in ones. If you don't have boost, you can't do nothing. You're playing too far again, just wanted to mention. Definitely seeing that habit. He's playing low for boost, honestly. I can see how you can lose from it, though. Great challenge. I don't know why you went for that boost now. But it still goes in, it's fine. Maybe you just thought it wasn't going to go in general, but this is a fine challenge, honestly. You just recognize that he was not going to be able to play a beat around you, so you challenged. Perfect. And you're also playing behind the ball, so you didn't really recognize when you were challenging. Not great, just max though, it's alright. I wouldn't back off there, but that's just kind of like an awkward spot in general. Definitely shouldn't have worked, but a little mention here. When you went to up the wall, just chase this down. Like, this guy, he's just here for this boost, if I'm being honest. And if he isn't here for the boost, he's just going to leave anyways. The chances that he's actually challenging this ball, considering how fast it's moving and the like unpredictable bounce, very low. So I would just chase this down, and then you get a free setup because you're not playing in this awkward, maybe left, right, playing your options. Like, if he chows it, it's very easy to get a 50, and it's going to be a bad challenge from him, and actually could just go into his net or far side into this corner, you get his corner boost. Either way, there's a benefit. The only time this is ever a bad ball to chase is if you have absolutely no boost, because then when you take it off the wall, you just can't do anything with it. But right now you have 100 boost coming into this, and you had a free setup, but you just played passive when you didn't actually have to respect the dude at all. You're just playing passive here for no reason. You could just chase this up and had a free air dribble. I don't know if it's going to be the prettiest air dribble, but it would have probably worked. Considering, again, you have pretty good mechs in general. He forfeits and you win. So, honestly, I wouldn't say you're bad in any way. Considering you're Plat 2, I could definitely see this in, like, Diamond 1, maybe Plat 3 and 1s. But the biggest takeaway from this vid, I would say, is boost is genuine life in 1s. I don't know why you're being like passive about boost grabs. Just go for it, genuinely. You need to be taking their boost though, not just random boost pads on the map. And it'll, also prevent those moments where you just leave for boost. Not ideal. And then you have also your number one main issue, which would be genuinely just playing terrible defense. Like, I mean, you obviously know what shadow defense is, but you are definitely not incorporating it. If you don't know what shadow defense is in the big 2026, as simple as a literal Google search, just type it into the hotbar and you'll have 12,000 videos. It's really, really easy to learn how to do stuff in this game because nothing is very complicated at all. There's not much depth to the game until you break down decision making in general, which is the only part of the game that is actually intelligent. Unfortunately, the rest of the game is very, very straightforward and dumb. It's just kind of reps. But overall, definitely wouldn't say your mechs are the problem. The two things I mentioned are 100%. So if you're Plat 2, you're honestly probably making mistakes like these. Just look out for it in your own gameplay. Hope you learned something from this vid. Hit that subscribe button if you made it this far. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.